Hello, everyone. I'm Meena Gopal. Welcome to Global Express, where we take a closer look at events in our backyard have an impact on India and on its neighborhood. This week, we are drawn to a Balochistan that is clearly on the boil. The largest province in neighboring Pakistan, simmering these many years over how its resources do not benefit the Baloch people, has erupted in a surge of violence on August 25th, 26th. August 26th was the 18th anniversary of the assassination of Nawab Akbar Bukti in 2006, when the Pakistan President General Pervez Musharraf bombed Bukti's mountain hideout in Kohli. There was an attack on a frontier corps checkpost in Lasbela on August 25th, 26th. Some 14 security personnel apparently died in the attack, and the attack was carried out by a female suicide bomber. Her name was Mahir Baloch. Key infrastructure was damaged. The separatist group Baloch Liberation Army has claimed responsibility. So why these sudden uptick in violence from the Baloch Liberation Army? Why are there women in the forefront of this insurgency? And don't these attacks, latest attacks at least, raise questions about Pakistan's government's claims that the insurgency has been weakened and that for all effects this could be an intelligence failure? And where does it leave the development of the key port of Gwadar and the China Pakistan economic corridor, gas and oil reserves in the province? Pakistan has, of course, blamed its neighbors, conducting tit for tat strikes in January against Iran for the bases on the border, pointing fingers at India's involvement, and the Taliban government in Afghanistan for its support to the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan and its alleged backing of the BLA. Talking to us today in an exclusive interview is Sardar Akhtar Mengal, who only days ago dramatically resigned as a member of the National Assembly, saying it's better for me to open a snack stall than remain in this kind of politics. He's the son of Sardar Akhtar Mengal, the founder of the Balochistan National Party that he now heads, and the first chief minister of Balochistan, whose government was dismissed in 1973. Now, this is his third death anniversary, and Sardar Akhtar has marked it with this shock resignation. Welcome to the show, Sardar Saab. Our
Thank you, Nina.
Balochistan seems to be in a turmoil. It's said that when your father was chief minister, there was an opportunity to make peace. Would you say that was squandered when his government was dismissed in 1973? And is there a similar feeling now that you can't step in and help? And that's why you've said that if you're unable to do anything for your people, that you made this decision based on the situation in Balochistan, which you said is a province and should not be treated like a colony.
Thank you, Nina. I won't be going into the back history that Nasir Khan Nuri or how we merged into Pakistan. This, the history everybody knows about it. If somebody can deny it, we can't help it. But these are facts and history. I don't want to go into that history. But this is not the first insurgency. And the 1973, that was also not the first insurgency. First insurgency was started during General Ayub's time. That insurgency started when the states and the provinces are merged into one unit to dominate East Pakistan, because East Pakistan was in the population, it was the biggest province. Bengal was the biggest province. To dominate its population, so they have created one unit, all four provinces on the one side, that used to be called West Pakistan and East Pakistan. When they needed, the one unit was there. When East Pakistan became Bangladesh, it got its independent. There was no use of one unit. When our forefather, father and the leader, they have agitated against one unit. They have been put behind bars, and they were hanged. But when the requirement was over, all of a sudden, the one unit was shattered. On paper, yes, there's no one unit, but right, on the ground, still we are, they're using the one unit policy. The center is controlling everything like it was before. They had the money power, they have the legislation power, army, everything is rely on hand of central government. Even provinces are not able to appoint their chief secretary. Even provinces are not, have authority to appoint their IG of police. So these are the background I shortly brought in front of you. But day by day, we are turning into not one unit, but as a colony. And all Baloch peoples are not, treated as an equal citizen, but you can say we have been treated as a slaves. And that's right, as you said, mother was the first chief minister. He was first chief minister. Then afterwards, the second government was in power. That was Nawab Bukti. He became chief minister 1988. That government also was in turmoil. He also didn't have good terms and relation with the federal government. He was prime resigned from parliament. There was not one single reason. There are multiple reasons behind my resignation. The military operation, which was started during General Musharraf in 2001. If you go back to the histories, I mean, as I said, we had three major military operations. One was in Ayub Khan time. When that military operation started, when General Yahya came into power, he announced amnesty for all the people who are in the mountains, all the political workers. Not a political government, but a military government have announced those who are in mountains, those who took arms against the government. Then in 1973, they participated in the election, or in 70s election, sorry. And because of that 1970 election, all the members of the National Awami Party, they were members of the National Assembly or the Provincial Assembly. Some of them became chief minister, some of them became minister, some of them were member of National Assembly. And again, the second operation started in Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's time. And again, the military government, General Ziaul Haq, announced the amnesty for all the people. People have left the province from NW. That time it was not Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. That time it was NWFP and Balochistan. They took exile in Afghanistan. Some of them left for the Europe. After the announcement of the amnesty of Ziaul Haq, they came back. Again, they participated in in the framework of Pakistan. I became chief minister. My colleagues, some of them became minister and the MNAs. Even Nawab Khair Washmari's son, they became a member of parliament. They became, one of them was a minister in my cabinet. And again, the last military operation started in General Musharraf. Till now, so many governments have passed. I mean, Benazir was, People's Party was in power. Nawaz Sharif came into a power as a prime minister. PTI, Imran Khan came into power. None of them has announced that's the amnesty and all the people should come back and join the Pakistan politics and within frame of Pakistan. So that military operation, if somebody says that they're going to start a new operation, first they have to explain and convince us that when that military operation, which has started during Musharraf time, when it has ended.
Is that why you say, Sardar Saab, that you have no confidence in the state, no confidence in the president or the prime minister? You said, I'm expressing a complete lack of confidence in the entire system. Is it because they're not interested in addressing the issues that Balochistan is facing? And do you feel that you can't do anything more for your people? And I mean, is that really why you're out of it? Don't you feel that you would be able to do more for the people if you were in the system, or would it be better that you're out of it?
To solve the problem, first thing is you have to listen to the problem. Then you have to understand the problem. Then you can solve it. They might listen. I was in the government with the PTI. You must have remembered they had a written agreement with us. And before that, in 2012, I appeared before in the Supreme Court with a 6-point agenda, and people were blaming me that you were taking the Sheikh Mujib Rahman 6-point and his agenda. But these are the confidence-building measures.
Yeah.
See, the confidence was shattered between the Baloch nation and the federation. So that confidence, I wanted to rebuild this confidence. I asked the federal government, these are the first steps you should take. And how I can convince the Balochistan people know the federal government is serious in this issue. And again, when we had agreement with the PTI government with Imran Khan, they signed this agreement. And when they had we had four members in the National Assembly. When they had required our numbers, they were pleasing us, and they was making promise. Once they had their number from somewhere else, then they just turned their face away. And again, when PDM government came to power, we have given this points to Shahbaz Sharif. They also promised with us.
I see.
But end of the day, they again, throw us in the laps of establishment. So now when I was there, when the delegation came, I said, all national political parties, either it's People's Party, either it's PTI, either it's JUI, or either it's PMLN. On a couple of issues, you are on the same page with establishment. These are to loot the resources of Balochistan, to make, massacre the Baloch people, to kidnap and throw Baloch youth's bodies on the street or on the mountains.
Yeah.
And to interfere Baloch political, the system on these issues. Parties are, same page with the establishment.
So that's up. If you could just tell us what the last agreement that you had with Shahbaz Sharif, what were they promising, and what is it that they did not keep their word about?
At the moment, the most crucial issue is the missing persons, recovery of the missing persons.
Yeah.
And they've been denying this issue, and they're not, in tens or 20 people, they're in thousands, and from all over Balochistan. And they, when we talk with them, they say, don't say that, no, we can't solve it. They say, okay, give us a time. We talk with the establishment. When they need our help, then these are the words they use. But when they don't require our the help, then they say it's not in our hand. In our hand, you go and talk with the military regime, or sometimes they say no, these people are not in our custody. Most of them are in Afghanistan. Most of them are working in Dubai or Gulf countries. We said that if they are in Gulf countries, you have your system. Who have traveled to Gulf, they've gone through your airport. Just showed us which dates someone has departed from Karachi or Quetta or any city of the Pakistan to Dubai. And on these countries, you have your embassies. You can find out their whereabouts. But if you need them, if somebody is wanted in certain cases from Dubai, you can take them and ship them to Pakistan anytime you want to.
So you're saying basically it's a pack of lies, but they're not telling the truth about where these missing people are. But they've basically, been extorted.
I think it's not in. They are, more helpless than us.
I get that.
They can't, they can't take this issue in front of establishment. And I said, when last time the delegation of the government, the minister, they came to me, and when I raised this issue in front of them, they say, you are absolutely right, but we are helpless, we can't do anything. I said, don't say that you are a political leader or you are a minister. you are employees of the establishment, because the employee can't raise a question in front of their master. They are the master, and you are the employees.
Sardar Sahab, you made another point, a very interesting point. You said there's lack of representation for your people. You said our province has been continuously ignored by this assembly. Every day we're further marginalized, leaving us no choice but to reconsider our role. So hasn't that been so since the inception of Pakistan? Balochistan, became a part of Pakistan, but I mean the numbers in the assembly, in both the provincial assembly and the parliament, are very low. Are you asking for a kind of a census or an increase in the number of nominated representatives? What is it you want to happen?
Well, if you see the last census, which took place, I believe, in 2023, Balochistan population has, all of a sudden raised. I believe it has crossed 15 million. But they've called ethnic, special meeting. Only Balochistan population was cut down.
Oh,
All three provinces have made objection on Balochistan population, because if Balochistan population have been raised, not equal to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but somewhere near to it would have become somewhere near to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And obviously, because of that, our seats in the National Assembly would have raised. But again, it wouldn't have. Now we have a House of 336 members. That includes general and the reserve seats. Out of this 336, Balochistan has only 20. 16 of them is general seats, and four are reserve seat, women seats. Out of 36, if we all get together, that's, it's hard also. If we all are on one page and one alliance, how can we, we can't compete Lahore district, we can't complete Karachi division. On the other side, only Karachi division has 25 general seats in National Assembly.
Now, I mean, also the targeting of various people in Balochistan. I mean, you've had the arrest of Khair Baksh Marri in January 2000. You had Dera Bukti bombed in 2005. Nawab Bukti, killed, assassinated in 2006. The mysterious killing of these women who speak out, like Karima Baloch, who was found dead in her apartment. Sabine Mahmood in 2015. Is this also the way that the protesting families of these missing persons in Islamabad, I mean, they were actually silenced with water cannons and tear gas in 2023. So, and in Mastung, the protest marches were shot at. So, there are, in Gwadar also, there's a peaceful march that was attacked. So, what do you have to say about this? I mean, are you serious about speaking out about this? Have you made a big noise? Are you one of many, or are you alone in speaking out about this?
We have spoken out about these issues. Even my own party, 65, my political workers, my cadres have been killed since Nawaz Sharif came into power in 2013. And because of these methods, state or establishment thing, they're going to make a fear in Baloch culture and Baloch youth. But on the other hand, they're sowing the seeds of hatred. Whatever is going on right now, and the emotion and the killing of the non-Balochi, it's because of that hatred Pakistani state and Pakistani government has created in Balochistan. And
are you talking about
innocent people?
You're talking about the fact that passenger buses were checked by Baloch rebels who checked the passengers' ID cards and actually put 23 Punjabis and killed them on the border with Punjab.
That's right. I'm not supporting this kind of act, but that's the reaction of the what's happened for last 30, 40 years in Balochistan. In return, these people taking up arms. Look at this, the Maran Baloch, when she started protests from Quetta to Islamabad, she didn't have any arms in her hand. She didn't have they didn't have any one stick in their hand. But when they reached Islamabad, what sort of treatment and what sort of welcome they give? And in Gwadar, there was protest for one day. What would have happened if they protested, in Gwadar for one day? Because of the government's action, the one-day protest has turned in people. If they're ruling Balochistan, so I think the hatred is going to be the more than it reduced.
So basically, you're saying that you can't speak out. Balochis are not able to speak out. Any sign of dissent is seen as being traitorous, and that all the people are being silenced for speaking out, imprisoned, killed. So how does it help your people if you are out of parliament, Sardar Shah?
The Pakistani state or the ISI or the military intelligence, they don't only kill this Baloch directly, they have created some proxies in different areas of Balochistan, and they've been armed. They've given a license to kill. If he's a political worker, they've been picked up by them. If he's a students leader who have the slogan of whatever is happening in the city in Balochistan, they've been picked up. I myself, I have tried for last 5 years in National Assembly. Whenever there was a session, I used to raise my voice in injustice which has been taking place in Balochistan. But there's no one to listen. And when this I remember when I wrote a letter to me and Nawaz Sharif just before election, when they have start this caretaker government. I said, to seeing this caretaker government, I can foresee that Balochistan National Party, you're pushing us to politics. That's what happened in February 2024 election. I was contesting on 4 different, one person contesting against me. He was not Pakistani national; he was a Thai national. He didn't have an ID card. He didn't have his name in the voter list. See, to contest the election, first thing is you have a national ID card. If you get a national ID card, automatically your name will come into the voter list. So within a few days, his papers were rejected by the tribunal on this basis, but they were approved. Within one day, his ID card was made, his passport was made, his name was put included in the voter list. So we knew that we'd been marginalized. Yeah, we're going to marginalize. Now I was on one person, and still I try to speak, but when I started my speech, they have blacked out my all speech. We're not allowed to speak in the parliament. If you can't, raise our voices, if I'm not allowed to talk about the injustice being taking place in Balochistan, so just sitting in the on this leather seats and having a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, for that reason, my people didn't vote for me. For this reason, they voted for me to go and raise their voices. If I'm not allowed, then it's better to go back to my people and tell them there's no room for us in this parliament.
That's a good point. What do you see then as the reason for this sudden rise in violence. I mean, this August 25th, 26th violence was unprecedented. I mean, the Baloch rebels basically held the entire state to ransom for almost 20 hours, is what I was told. So, why are young people like Marang Baloch and other young men, and a lot of women, why have the women come out in such large numbers?
Uh, you know, uh, last three insurgencies which have taken place in Balochistan during Ayub Khan time, during Bhutto, then again in Yaya's time, the Baloch leader who were not only leader, their tribal elder also. They were the leader leading the armed resistance. But this insurgency or this armed resistance has been taken by youngs who are not illiterated. They're well educated. Doctors,
That's right.
engineers, masters, and in past the insurgency was confined in few areas where these tribals hold was there. Now the educated people all over, they have got qualification from Islamabad University, from Lahore, Multan, Karachi, and they have seen the world now. The tribal people were confined only in their own area.
Yeah.
But these
Yeah.
educated people who, the technology at their home, or if they're sitting in their village, they can see what's happening in around the world,
Sardar Sahab,
and they can see
you've also said, if I can butt in for a minute, you've also said that if there's any point, you should be talking to the insurgents in the mountains. Are these the same people, the educated guys who've gone and hidden themselves away from the authorities in the mountains?
So I think we have failed. Now the only way left is if they want to talk, they should go and talk with them who have taken arms, because I can't help them. The youngster who they don't listen to their parents when they go for the suicide bombing, that means they don't care for their parents. When they take arms and go to the mountains, that means they don't listen to their parents. If they don't care and don't listen to their parents, how can they listen to me?
That's a very interesting point. Yeah, you've also said that that their main demands. I mean, there is obviously no all-party, cross-party support that you're getting from the PMLN or Fazlur Rahman's Jamaat-e Islam, Ulema Islami, or any of these parties. Could a third party, maybe like the UN or somebody like that, step in? Because I mean, what Baloch people are asking for is basically proportional representation, uh, resource sharing, and a certain element of autonomy, a certain measure of autonomy, shall we say. So it's not separatism that they're looking for at the moment. They're not pushing for a separate state, and that has not been actually vocalized. Or am I wrong?
The points which have you raised, these were our demands. I mean, those political party who believe in the framework of Pakistan, who have participated in the elections. But those who have raised the arms, they want freedom, they want independence from Pakistan. And the one we were sitting next to their chair, and we were their allies, we were part of their government. They couldn't listen to us, they can't listen to us, or they can't understand us. I don't know, they can listen to them. Or there's a big, the trust deficit. Trust deficit had made this youngster to take arms in mainstream politics. They were the one who thought maybe there's little or less trust a couple of years. Now our trust is nowhere.
So the next generation, which is following, has basically lost its trust in the Pakistan authority, the army and the political establishment. So where do you see it going now? I mean, is there going to be an implosion, or I mean, this is basically the question that we're looking into the future. Where will it all this lead to?
Well, see, both of them are armed. The youngsters have, taken arms, but the state had a big responsibility. They should have, taken a decision with their brain. But unfortunately, the Pakistani state have all the time they've used the force, and with force you can't kill someone's thinking, someone's thought. You can't kill. You can kill someone, but their thought, their emotion, you can't kill. So this is the biggest mistake Pakistani state has made, and that mistake, I think it's going to it'll go towards disasters from both sides. I'm not talking only from one side. It'll be disastrous for the both parties.
That's a very interesting point. And your concluding remarks on the Balochistan freedom movement. I mean, it's seen many schisms. It has seen many developments. But I mean, do you think other people will follow you out of parliament? Will there be some kind of a boycott of parliament itself?
Well, if I had a little hope that the Pakistani regime and the establishment, on especially the political parties or the mainstream political party, if they have realized, I would have said that yes, I have some hope. But these political parties have auctioned us in this 2024 election. They have auctioned our emotion. They have auctioned our mandate. They have auctioned, our youngster blood in the hands of Pakistan establishment. So I don't think so that they have realized yet, because yesterday I saw the statement of the ISPR. They are still, they're gearing up to again kill the Baloch people. If they have realized, they would have given, the statement which the state or responsible or state spokesman could have been given. Now, this statement, if they're given by the one ISPR general, so they in Pashto they say, Tupak Zama Kanun. It's a Pashto word that means gun is my law.
Oh.
So if the law is their gun, so nobody can help them. They're going to lose. They have lost half of Pakistan before. If these methods they can't stop, they're going to lose the rest of Pakistan.
Oh my gosh, that is quite a damning statement, Sardar Akhtar Mengal. Thank you very much for coming on our show and giving us your perception on where this whole, Balochistan on the boil is going to go. Viewers, do click on the New Indian Express website and watch Global Express and share. Thank you very much.